can see the checkboxes will come for everyone. So that completely depends on your HTML, CSS presentation skills. I want links, I want radios, I want checkboxes. So we have to define. Later we can make them work. We will make them work. But this is the basic of array. For example, now suppose I am adding one more item into this. How to add an item? Categories. Suppose categories is an array. Dot push. We are adding here some kids. And you can see one more item should be added into that by name kids. And here you can see it's not added. It is not added. Situation, I will tell you why it is not added into the list. Because you already learned. This will load only once. Whenever any change happened in array length, it should automatically update or load one more time. It should load one more time. So we will learn about that, how to set the dependencies, how we can use the dependencies, how we can add, remove dynamically, we will see. Here my concept is just first to show how we can present. Manipulations we will do later. We are going to add, remove and do all. But for that, certain event binding, life cycle hooks we need to learn. I will show how we can handle them. So initially, what is the key point whenever you are dealing with array? You can see here, I will remove. That's not correct way. Later you will learn how to add it. So usually when you are dealing with array, how we can read elements and present. If array is nested, you can use nested map. By using a nested map, you can present the elements. So first I will copy this example. So here one more important, here one important note I will give. So what is the note is a unique key is required only for that is repeating over iterations. That is repeating over iterations. You can use nested. You can use nested iterations. So we can use nested iterations. Nested iterations. I will show you with little complex data how we can manage, how we can present. So this is one example I will copy. With the nested later we'll see, because for that we need one more item, one more data type to learn. Then we can create nested. So this is array, means how we manage working with arrays. In JavaScript lengthy, here it is simple. You can easily manage, right? This is just only point about binding. We are going to work with examples. We'll see, right? Next, important in the data types, we have another important data type, that is object. It is same configuring and manipulating object type is same as in JavaScript. There is no change in that. Configuring and manipulating object type is same. So what is object? You know, it is a key and value collection. So key is always string type and value can be any type. Value can be any type. Key is always string type and value can be any type. Those rules no need to explain, you already know how to configure an object. So constant sum obj is equal to use state. You have a key and colon value, another key and value. You can configure a set of keys and values. So what you learned about handling manipulations, you know. So reading data and presenting is same. So what you learned in JavaScript about objects, manipulation, all are same. What are those? So what you learned, you can read all keys, values and entries by using, what is the method? You have to use object.keys. Object.keys. You have to use object.values. All keys, values and entries. Object.values. Object.entries. To read all the keys, all the values and all the entries, all the both keys and values. So you can hide a key using symbol type. You can delete a key by using delete operator. So you can verify key by using in operator. All these are manipulations of objects which you learned in JavaScript. And the same will work here also. The same is going to work here. So reading all keys, values and entries. So this is object type, object and its manipulation. You see, now I am dealing with some object. Object is simple. We are having constant. This is product, product and use state. It is an object with product have an ID, product have a name, product have suppose what is it, price, and product is having cities, shipped cities. Cities is some Delhi, like this. It's an array. And it is having a rating. Rating is again an object with rate and count, like this. This is the data you are having, and it's not new. You already know this is object type data in JavaScript. How you present them initially is same. Suppose you want to present all the keys, then what I am doing, just ordered list, object dot. So here we have to use object dot keys. And which object? Product object. It will return an array of keys. Then what we do? We use a map, read every key, and for every key we will return a list type. And it will have a key and a value also key. So it is nothing but reading all the keys from the object and it is displaying. If you want to display any specific details, you know how we manage. Suppose data list, data term. Here we have product ID. How to get the ID? You know, just product.id. We want name. How do we display the name? Just product.name. We want price. How to display price? Product.what? Price. And we have cities. And how do we display cities? We will put an ordered list. In that we will access product.cities is an array. Then we will use a map, read every product. So, and for every product, we need to repeat a list item. The key will be product and the value also will be product. And we need another one. What is it? Rating. How to display rating? So, product dot rating dot rate. So, PI star fill and text success. How many people rated? So product dot rating dot count, and you can see it is going to display all the data. That means it is going to show all the data like this here. So we have product ID, the product name, price, cities, rate. This is You can read all, you can read any specific. So managing data of object type is simple. There is nothing complex. Now let's see some real-time data, how we can present, how we can use some real-world data. So let's do one example. This is general. This is general, and you have a simple data here. I am showing you this. This is data binding dot what JSX. That's data binding JSX example. Let's deal with some complex data. We will see little complex data. First, I will create some data here. Later, we will bring the data from the APIs. We will see how we can work with API data, working with API data. So, let's see little complex data, how we can manage. So, this is normal object. Let's go with little complex data, little complex. So what we will do is, we are creating a simple products, and products is an array of objects. Every product have a name, and every product is having price. Like this, we are having name and price. There can be more details. I'm just adding these. Now what we need to do is, we need to display this array of objects. So this is some watch, and we have some price. Okay. We want to display this in a tabular form. We want to display this in a tabular form. And you know, in JavaScript, you've done this type of things. Creating a table for such data is very complicated. How you done? It's lengthy process now to present. If you already know JavaScript, you know it. Otherwise, take it easy, because that is all JavaScript people have a knowledge of how they present complex data, right? So you need to understand the complexity here. See, suppose we are having some complex data. So this is the data I am having. In general JavaScript, if I want to present this data in a table we want to present, I will show the JavaScript version first. Table have a bottom, some width as 50%. T-head, TR, TH. Table have two details. One is name, another one price. Now in the table body, I need to generate all these rows. So we need to read every element from array. Every element is an object with the two keys. One is name and price. This one should be in one cell. This one should be in another cell. That means how many cells we have to create? 2. So what we do? Generally, data.map, read every product. Okay. For every product, what we have to do is, we need to create first row. How to create a row? Document.create element tr. After that, we need to create 2 cells. One cell for name. Document.create element td. We need to create td price. Document.create element. Another one is td. What should be in td name? td name inner HTML. It should contain product.name. td price dot inner HTML. td TD price inner HTML product dot price. Two cells are created. Add these cells into row. How to add the cells into row? tr dot append child. First TD name, tr dot append child, then TD price. Cells are added into row. We need to add row into table body. So document dot query selector. What is it? T body. Into that what? Append child. Which one? PR. Now this is going to generate all the data into table. This is very lengthy process in JavaScript that you already know in JavaScript. If you want to present more complex data, it will be more complicated. But how React can do this now? Very simple. Let's see how React can manage this. So in React, if I want to present this in a table, I'm using a table. And table, I will put some bootstrap class, that is table hover. Okay. Inside table, thead is same, tr is same, th is same, name, another one what? Price. Okay, the table is here. Below this, we have t body. In that we need a binding expression. What we have to do? We read every item from the products. So products dot map. Read every product, and remember, every product we need to generate a row. Then it should return a tr. In this row, it should have a key. So what I will do? Product dot name. If product ID is there, that is better. Okay. Now in the row, how many cells you need? Two cells. One cell should contain, what is it? Product dot name. What is another cell? TD. This contain product dot what? Price. And you can see that the same thing is presented here. This time it's very simple. If I have to do that in JavaScript, you see so much lengthy process. And anybody who knows JavaScript, he knows this. Right? It's very complex. And in React, it is easy. And majority sometimes when you attend React interviews, they will say that, so show me this in JavaScript how you do. How to generate a table for the data in JavaScript. We have seen many freshers in React interviews. They are asked the same concept in JavaScript. They are attending React interview, but interviewer will ask that, show me in JavaScript. If he finds that you are not having great skills in JavaScript, then you are out. Because React developer cannot be a developer without proper JavaScript. Even you have good skills in React, if you fail in your JavaScript, then you are done. No more job for you. Because they test logical skills major. And many times we have seen in React interviews, they say that in React we know how to do. Show me the same in JavaScript. That means without using all the shortcut techniques, show me actual way how it is done. So generally, if you learn JavaScript, you already know that. So this is easy presentation. We can do a lot of customization. How? For example, I am adding some actions. That means one more header is added. Here, these are dynamically added, and we need one more cell. Here we will put a button. Class btn warning, vi pen. We have another button, class btn teacher, vi some trash, mx2, and you can see it displays those items there. So later what you will learn in React is making them work. That means I click the delete button, it should delete the record. I click this button, it should edit that record. I need to apply filtering, sorting, searching like actions. For example, in the header, I am adding a span class PI sort alpha down. That means it will put a symbol. And when user clicks, it should show ascending, descending order. We must able to set up here, suppose a caption, suppose I'm just giving caption. And the caption top, here I'm adding a text box, input type text, and we are having placeholder. So search products, and you can see a search products will come. Now next levels, what we will do is we will implement these functionalities. That means user can search, it will show only that. User can edit, user can delete. So first level is learning how to present. Second level is manipulating. So first we are learning only one way, get the data and display the data. Second level, two way. We will see how it works. Now remember, presentation depends on their requirement. So sometimes they ask like, I want every record, TV, mobile, a price and all this, every record like a card. You know how products are shown? Usually products are displayed like a card. They will say that I don't want a table, I want a card-like presentation. I want a card-like presentation. Now how to design a card? For example, I will show you one simple real-world option here. Suppose we are having some nareshid.com. Now in this you can see that these are all cards. They are all cards. So are they designing this? Are they designing this directly inside the page? No. They are actually displaying this from the data coming from database. In the database, every few days they will add a new course. It will show like a card. That means whatever you are currently watching here, it is coming from database. Later we will use API. Later means in next level I will show you how to use API. How we can interact with API, get the data and create the presentations. We will see that. So, but this type of data, for example, let's see one option. I will copy this image. I am saving this image. So it is .NET. Let's save in our project. We have React demo. In React demo, public. I told you all static resources must be in public. In public .NET, we saved that image. It's a JPG. Okay. Now I have another one. Save image as, and this is Java, and I am saving Java. Okay, just let's meet two options here. Okay. Now how to design? How we can create like a card style? So let's put one option here. I'm creating another constant courses and is equal to use state, and it is an array of objects. Every course have a title. So one is Java, and every 12/5/2026. Okay, duration. So it is having some duration, suppose say 4 months something. Here it is having, so uh, we can say like what else they are having, something. Okay, rating. So some rating is some 4, like this here. Okay, I will copy another one. So I am using some .NET, and we are using an image .NET.jpg, and it is some different name, ratings and all we are applying. Okay. Now we want to display this data as cards. So how do we display as cards? So for that, first you should know how to design cards in Bootstrap. So what I will do, I will put a heading courses. Okay, how do we design cards? I will use a main, and in the main I will use display as a class as dflex, display flex. Inside this, we need a binding expression, courses dot map. Read every course. For every course, we need to create a card. How cards are created in general Bootstrap? We use a div. This div needs a key, that is course dot some title. And how it will become a card? We will put a class called card. Card some W25 with 25. And this is having margin 2, padding 2. Every card will have an image at the top from where the image is coming. The image is coming, so from SRC. SRC is coming from course dot. SRC is coming from course. Course dot image, that is having an image path. Class as card image top. And the height of image we will give as some 100. That's small. Number, we can dynamically present the number. Okay, next we have a div. This is called card header. In the card header, we will put a span, and this is called card title. And here I want to display the course title. We will add a course title. After that, we will have a div. What is that? Card body. Inside card body, I want to display unordered list. So class list unstyled. Unstyled means we remove. Inside this, one list item. Here we want to display class BI calendar. And here we say course dot date. Another list item, we are having class BI clock. And we have course duration. So, and below this div, we are having a class card footer. Inside the footer, we need to keep a button, class BTN primary, and here we will put the text as enroll. For example, I am using just only one button, W100, and you can see it is going to present those cards there. That means how we present data, how we handle the data. So presenting and handling the data completely different. This is not React.js. This is common sense of HTML, CSS. It is not React.js. It's very basic knowledge on styling. What React.js is doing, just it is simplifying your generation of UI, right? So This is not React.js complicated presentation. Only the point React.js simplified this. Generally, our JavaScript people know how to do this in JavaScript itself. Right, in JavaScript, how we can present anything like a card. But generating a card dynamically in JavaScript is lengthy. But here, it is a simple process of map. Card presentation depends on your requirement. Right? So what is our developer's responsibility in the front end? Data comes from database. We need to present the data. And if data is an array, if it is an object, it is an array of object, how we present. That is the key concept you need to learn. So here currently we are presenting data coming from this location. I simply hard-coded the data. In the next level, what we are going to do now, instead of hard-coding the data, we will bring the data from APIs. So we will see real-time APIs. For example, we have free APIs, dummy JSON. I will go to dummy JSON. You see recipes. This is recipes data. This is recipes data. Suppose it is having products. This is products data. This is products data. Now what is developer's responsibility? Understand the data. First you need to understand the data, what it is, and present the data. You must be able to present this in a UI. How? That depends on client requirement. He says, I want a table, design a table. He says, I want a card, design like cards. That means now how you bring the data from any API and how do you present. In JavaScript already you learned two techniques. What are those? How we can access API data and present in JavaScript. You have two techniques. One XML HTTP. Another one is fetch. XML HTTP is the native method of accessing data and using it. Another one is fetch. You can use the same techniques here. Not only that, here we can use some additional third parties, which will be more simple and easy. Now we are going to learn this. That we will see tomorrow. First you try up to this. Right? I will copy this example. You try to present these two things. One is array, another one object. If you can do this, if you can present array and object, then in the next session tomorrow, we are going to learn about how to handle APIs. That means you are going to learn how to use some API data and create presentation. That makes you perfect in understanding array and object. Then we have other types like date type, how to handle them and others. Tomorrow we will see API data, how we can manage. Tomorrow we will continue. Okay?